And what if I want to change my plan?
State Farm's here to help.
What if I want to change sports?
Newcomer Chris Paul is maintaining a narrow lead in these final meters, but here comes an opponent closing the gap, 1 foot in front of the other. They are battling it out. And Chris Paul edges ahead. Those are the hips of a champion.
At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs. Get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And what if I want to switch up my plan?
State Farm's here to help.
What if I want to switch up my look?
I'm going back to back to back to back.
All right.
At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs. Get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And what if I get back into old school cars?
State Farm's here to help.
What if we get back into old school shorts?
And here comes the Phoenix Suns trotting down the tunnel, taking on the Memphis Grizzlies as we get ready for tip-off.
Two unstoppable teams. It's going to be one heck of a matchup, Jim.
And here's the opening jump. Even in all that fabric, the control is just incredible.
The good old days.
At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs. Get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Okay, Sabrina, I see you.
Where do you want this at, Chris?
Wait, what?
Is this one of your State Farm commercials?
Yeah, sure is.
Jake from State Farm?
Did they not send you all the scripts?
No. Chris smiles and says, "Wow, love, State Farm's surprisingly great rates." Then suddenly his body turns into a basketball. Come on, this stuff is...
Chris?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And what if I want a new car?
State Farm's here to help.
What if I want a new career? Keep bouncing it, keep bouncing it, keep bouncing it, keep bouncing it again, keep bouncing it again, keep bouncing it really quick, keep bouncing it again, keep run and bounce it, keep bounce it, keep bounce it, keep bounce it again, keep bounce it real quick. Feel free to jump in. Keep bounce it again, keep bounce it again.
At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs. Get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
Jazz bath? Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Okay, Jake from State Farm, I really want that personal price plan. Mr. and Mrs. Alvarez, I save my shrimp tails. I have a whole collection. I keep them in jars under my bed.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
She also plays piano.
Yeah.
With my feet.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Jake from State Farm. Look, I want that personal price plan, so I'm gonna level with you. I've literally never washed Patrick's practice jersey. Superstitious.
Jeff, you don't need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Yo, Joe, sure this is clean?
Absolutely, Patrick.
There you go.
Ugh.
That's on me.
Yeah. Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I want that personal price plan. So how's this for personal? I draw mustaches on players' faces when they're asleep.
Coach Reed, you don't need to get that personal to get the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Oh.
Coach, it happened again.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Thanks.
Jake from State Farm, I really need to know.
Go spicy or go home, right?
What? No. What if I'm not sure I have the right coverage for my car?
Oh, your agent can help me make sure it's just what you need.
What if I accidentally hit a food truck and it gets covered in empanadas?
You can file a claim on the app. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Thanks.
Oh.
That is too spicy. That's for you.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today. People assume they can't afford great insurance, but State Farm has surprisingly great rates that fit any budget.
Just like they assume our analysts carefully craft their opinions before each show.
So, how do you do it?
Another banger. You done it again, Pert. The shot clock isn't real. Time is an illusion.
Tune into the NBA on ESPN, presented by State Farm.
People assume they can't afford great insurance, but State Farm has surprisingly great rates that fit any budget.
Yeah, just like people assume that we have this huge research staff that's feeding us stats.
You don't?
JJ. Ah! You okay?
I'm great. How are you?
It looks like you haven't slept in a week.
I think I've got it. The pick and roll. It's the Pythagorean theorem in reverse. You're a genius. I know.
Tune into the NBA on ESPN, presented by State Farm.
And what if I need a different kind of plan?
State Farm can help you find the right coverage.
What if I was a different kind of baller?
It's called Mark's Cubans. Cuban sandwiches by Mark Cuban. You'd have a majority stake. This is proprietary toasting technology.
It's a pass.
Okay, hear me out. Mark Tubans. Tube socks by yours truly.
Nope.
At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs. Get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Jake from State Farm. I'm not ready for the final Boston Bake Wars.
Oh, forget that. You've got State Farm supporting you. Hey, say it after me. I will unite the Muffinverse.
I will unite the Muffinverse.
I can't hear you.
I will unite the Muffinverse and defeat the Crumb Crew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I gotta download a patch.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Boom! Dusty! Light work, easy money. I ate this dude's lunch. Back to the lobby! Not good, not me! Just get good, bro. Just get good.
I gained like I had plus 50 toughness, but really, I'm plus 100 afraid.
Hey, life can be scary, but State Farm supports you.
I feel plus 250 relieved.
Hey, thank you. Of course, man.
Pass the ball!
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Jake from State Farm? I feel like I'm the only person on the planet who still plays Witch's Broom.
Oh, you think so? Guess who edits the Witchy Wiki?
Your Mystical Khakis 15?
Yeah, that's me. Hey, whatever game you play, State Farm supports you. And we're not the only ones. Oh, there's a potluck every Tuesday.
I'll bring my potato salad.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Jake from State Farm. It's tough trying to make it as a streamer.
Hey, you've got this. Remember, State Farm is there to support you. Besides, I think I know a guy.
You want to make it big, kid? Timmy Tenders knows how.
Let's do this, Gramps.
I'm only 33. Give me a Y, give me a space bar, give me a space bar, give me a mouse touch, give me a mouse touch.
Ah.
Now talk to Chad.
Who's Chad? Chad. Where's Chad?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Jake from State Farm?
Yeah, what's up?
What if I need additional coverage on the new place?
No worries, your agent can walk you through everything.
What if?
Just file a claim on the app. State Farm's there for your what ifs.
What if that?
Run?
You should run.
Yeah. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. See Disney's Haunted Mansion in theaters July 28th.
Hey. Jake from State Farm.
We have to know.
Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas.
No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night?
Call us 24/7.
Great. Because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Yeah, Mom, everything's great. Yeah. I mean, not my mom.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Jake from State Farm. Look, I want that personal price plan, so I'm gonna level with you. I've literally never washed Patrick's practice jersey. Superstitious.
Jeff, you don't need to get that personal. The State Farm personal price plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Yo, Jeff, you sure this is clean? Absolutely, Patrick. There you go.
Ugh.
That's on me.
Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.